want the whole world in my hands, and my team by my side with the whole world in my plans.
What's up, guys? White Lighting HWD here with another video, and today we're doing a trophy push video. And I just want to say in advance that I will not be returning to base after this because I'm ashamed of my trophy count. So hopefully we'll do that, go back to my base, give a few shoutouts and that in a later episode. But for now, we're not going to because I gotta do a quick edit. And you know, again, I'm ashamed. No, I'm not really ashamed. I shouldn't be ashamed of how many trophies I have, but I've been failing pretty hard lately. So I will tell you how much trophies I do have. I have 3,666. Yeah, 666. I'm going to hell. It's alright. No. So with this raid, I'll get to the raid. It is against Boabet. That's a fun name. Okay, and their base is really leveled up. Now, looking back on this base, I'm kind of thinking to myself like that was kind of a ballsy thing to attack this because his archer towers were really centered, like they weren't on the outside of his base, so it was kind of hard to get to them. But luckily, I managed to pull it off. And what I did on this base is that I just went and I attacked the top half of the base. I didn't worry too much about the bottom half. I just mainly went for the top half of the base and cleared out those buildings, and then I went around the rest of the base, just picking up to get the 50%. But really, you don't always have to go around the whole entire base, and this is kind of why I'm struggling, because I have a tendency to try to go around the whole entire base to get the 50%, and you don't really need to do that every raid. And sometimes that can actually lose raids for you, like it has for me this morning. So, but you definitely do want to be able to pick off that 50%, but you don't have to go out of your way to like take out every single archer tower. Now, I could have got the 2-star if I wasn't. Well, there were two contributing factors. One was the Barbarian King. His fat ass was in the way, so the balloons were hella distracted. And two, I released those minions when I should not have. And then the minions, instead of going for the Town Hall, they went for the Skellies. And then they went for the Town Hall. So then I kind of, it wasn't going to happen after that. So I just ended battle. I got 11 trophies. So that was not a bad raid at all. 11 trophies is always nice to get. So this next raid, now this base, it's kind of obvious why I attacked it. It's a really shit layout. I just want to point that out. I'm sorry, I'm just kidding. If you're watching this video, it's not bad. No, but so basically he's got like all of his outside buildings, or he's got all of his buildings on the outside. So it's just a really easy attack. But I do come close to losing at the end here because I underestimated the power of this base. And the thing with this base, these kind of bases that you kind of want to look out for is those air defenses. See how he's got the 4 air defenses? Like they're all guarding a big chunk of percentage, and that's what kind of screws up a lot of raids like this. Like, it seems easy and you try to get the 50%, you take a couple arch towers, some air defenses, but then what happens is that you don't get the 50% because there are air defenses cock blocking you. So I did fail taking out that archer tower. I do that all the time, and I need to stop because it's losing raids for me. So but yeah, so just with these bases, just kind of be mindful about where the air defenses are, because really when you're using balloons and minions, usually your primary target are going to be the arch towers and sometimes Teslas, and then sometimes the wizard towers, kind of depending on the placement. Usually you don't have to worry about the air defenses because for the most part people will have them inside their base, but on occasions like this, sometimes they don't, and you kind of got to adjust. But I've been getting a loot of requests for a tutorial video on how to raid with balloons, and I don't know, that request confuses me because like every single one of my videos is me raiding with balloons. So I will do a video, but that will be later on because I'll do a how to get to champion and how to get to master video at Town Hall 9. I do something like that because I'm sure that will spark a lot of people's interests. So now with these balloons, I just put the balloons up top to take care of that wizard tower so I can pick up some more percentage, and then on the left side, because as you can see there's a ton of buildings over there, so I got all that. And yeah, and what else? What other videos have people been asking me for? I've been getting a lot of like people asking me if I'm gonna go to YoutubeAllStars, and I think I'm gonna do that after my clan push is over, which is April 1st. So, and that's kind of when they open up for everybody to come join. So hopefully there'll be room for me. So I will go there over on April 1st, and I'll help those guys trophy push, and it'll be fun. And I got 12 trophies on this raid, which was awesome. And I'm actually really looking forward to that, just because it's going to be kind of cool being in a clan full of, other YouTubers who are more famous than me. I don't know why I've been pronouncing things hella weirdly. I watched KWR Speedy's like 100th Minecraft video, and Jehovah's always like pronouncing shit hella weird, and I don't know, I'm doing that for some reason. But okay, other than that, because nobody really cares. So now with this raid, we got Warrior Princess, and I made her base my bitch. Bless you, Jake. I made her base my bitch. Now there's no sexual reference there, not gender-wise, not sexual-wise. You perverted fuck. No, I'm playing. But I did. This base was pretty easy. I mean, there were a lot of outside buildings, and the archer towers were not hard to get to. Well, the one on the left was because I shuck. But other than that one, they were easy to get to. So there's a lot of buildings on the top that I could get, and then there was a lot of buildings on the bottom that I could get. So with these bases, I actually lost to one of these bases kind of recently. And what happened was I took out all the stuff on the top of the base, and there was a bunch left on the bottom, and it was covered by air defenses, so I couldn't pick up the 50%, and I was all pissed off because the base tricked me. But with this raid, it went a little bit better because it really wasn't that hard of a raid, and there was a lot of percentage. So see, but now notice this, I'm at like 25, 26% only. I'm halfway to 50% after taking out everything on the top. So there's a ton of percentage on the bottom that you still got to pick up. And this raid wasn't that hard just because there was, you know, the archer towers were mainly on the top of the base, and there were only like a couple air defenses guarding the bottom. But it was still a tricky raid to kind of get the 50. I think I get really close to the 50% on this raid. But I still win, obviously, because if I lost, it wouldn't be in this video. Silly. But alright, so 40%. I'm just kind of letting my minions take out the rest of those buildings. And then what do I do here? I'd probably put in Clan Castle if I haven't already. Rage, and then, oh wait, no. So what happens is that more Clan Castle troops come out. So I'm just like, fuck. So I think what I did here is instead of taking them out, oh no, I did take them out. I put down some minions, and then I put down, oh yeah, the rest of my loons with a rage spell. And then I raged, or I put my king down, and then my queen down, and then they pick up the 50%. And yeah, so that was really, it did get kind of close at the end. But if you kind of look at it this way, I still had a couple minions up, and I still had heroes both almost at full health. So I mean, it wasn't as close as it seemed. Some raids get really, really close, and some don't. You know, just kind of depends on how it goes. Now this raid is gonna be the last raid of the video. Wow, we're already like 7 minutes in, Jesus. And so I know this is a short video today, but sorry, I gotta do a kind of little quick edit going on here. So this is a raid by Ananth, and this raid has a lot of significance because this is the raid that got his ass up to champion for the first time. So congrats to Ananth, everybody. Say congrats to Ananth in the comments if you can. That'd be wonderful. And yeah, big proud. I'm very proud of you, Ananth. Now with this base, as you can see, it's an ideal layout for balloons. But to be honest with you, if I found it, I don't know if I would have rated it for a couple reasons. One, all the percentage is within the walls. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, but I like having buildings outside in case, let's say, you know, I fail with my loons, but I could still maybe redeem myself with my heroes. That's kind of what I like to fall back on my heroes a lot. But you know, he was not fazed by that. And oh, and there's another thing is, see these archer towers in the bottom compartment? That's where like all of the percentages in that bottom compartment. And it's guarded by the upward expo, and there's the archer towers behind the cannon. So those archer towers are going to be hard to get rid of. And there's an upward expo. So I don't know if I would have rated this, to be honest with you. Probably I would if it was worth enough trophies, because I'm getting desperate as hell up here. But so he just takes out the rest of those archer towers on top, which gives him a lot of percentage that he could just easily pick off. And he does. And again, at the bottom, it's going to be a little bit tricky with that upward expo. I watched this raid before, but I haven't, you know, watched it, rewatched it in a while. So I'm sorry if I sound like I don't know what I'm talking about, because I don't know what I'm talking about, though. Okay, so he rages it, and he puts in the rest of his balloons. I don't know if it was Clan... No, it wasn't Clan Castle. Oh, and on that side, too. Oh, he was holding out a lot of goodies. All right, so he had a bunch of loons left. He had 2 rage spells left, and those just ripped through no problem. And then he picks up we go 40%, 42%, 43%. So he's just going to let the troops run around, well, fly around, and pick up the rest of the buildings. And I think it's just the minions are just left over on the storages up top. And then what is it else he's got going around? Alright, so 45%, so this is getting kind of close because I'm pretty sure he's used all of his troops so far. And really, I hate these raids where it just gets really close like this. It's nerve-wracking as fuck. But okay, 48%. Oh no, he's got this, no problem. 48%, and then that'll be 49%, and then 50% will come with a hero, I'm sure. Oh no, never mind, we're just with the minions. That works. And then he lets the raid kind of run down, and I speed it up a little bit. So this is the end of the video, guys. If you guys liked the video, make sure to like, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter at WhiteLightingHUD. And again, huge congrats to Aneth. And we'll have another video up this weekend too. Peace, guys. I love you. Hashem. Hashem. There we go.
I'm passing notes to all the pretty girls in class. Still, they never reply, but never say never. They never get caught on my mind. I'm trying to get better and grind. Measure my effort and skill, gets better in time. Fresher than ever, and I am who I am. No taking it back, I'm alive and well, what it do? My name is unimportant, but what I say is quite amazing. I hope you enjoy it. I put my soul in